Delighted that you're alive and well and still smiling. 1 in 893 quadrillion to 1. It's an extraordinary figure, that, Dylan. You must feel very lucky to be alive.
Yeah, I definitely do. I mean, that's a huge number. I can't even, wrap my mind around that.
Well,
it's crazy.
You know what, Dylan? You seem like a pretty laid-back guy. So let's just talk about how you've managed to survive all of these events. You were bitten by a rattlesnake 3 years ago, weren't you? You were out on a hike. What happened?
Yeah, I was hiking in Moab, Utah, and I just rappelled off a cliff. I was walking. It was getting dark. I looked down, I thought I kicked a cactus because something hit my leg, and I started looking around, and there was a rattlesnake underneath a rock, and I had 2 fang marks in my leg, and I knew that 60% of rattlesnake bites are dry bites, and they don't give you any venom, so I waited around. I didn't have any symptoms, and I decided not to go to the hospital, but I did get a little bit sick, and I threw up a couple times, and just...
And you
kind of
survived.
stomach
But you survived that.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah,
so then
I
let's talk about the bear attack. How did you find your head in the jaws of a bear?
I was working at a summer camp in Colorado and woke up at 4 in the morning with a bear dragging me out of my sleeping bag by my head and kind of shaking me around a little bit. And I mean, it was just pretty scary. I started poking it in the eyes, punching it in the face, and it dropped me, and I was able to wake up the people that were with me, and we were all able to scare it away, and I was able to crawl back to the people I were with.
I imagine that probably hurt a little bit more initially than the rattlesnake. Was there much damage to you?
Yeah, I had bite marks and claw marks on my face and head, and I had 9 staples in my head, in the back of my head, and I mean, I'm all healed up now, but I still have a little bit of pain back in some of the bite marks, but that's about it.
Incredible.
I still go out camping, so I love it.
So we've got through a rattlesnake bite 3 years ago. You were mauled by this black bear last July. Let's fast forward to last month in Hawaii. Now, this is extraordinary. You're bodyboarding out near Kauai, and what happens?
Yeah, I was paddling out on a surfboard out to the lineup at Shipwrecks Beach, and I caught one wave. I was all excited. The waves were good, and paddled out again, and something hit my leg. I started looking around. I saw blood in the water. I saw a shark underneath me, and I was like, I knew right away I'd been bit, and I didn't know how bad, but I started kicking at the shark, and I started swimming for shore as fast as I could. And that was pretty scary because I didn't know where the shark was.
Or you're sort of not the safest person to be around?
I don't know. I think I'm pretty safe to be around.
Yeah.
I mean, I have a lot of friends that say they'd rather have me around than, yeah.
Well, maybe that's because the animals always attack you. I suppose if they go with you, then, you know, that's the thing.
Dylan, do you find when you tell people these stories that I mean, the odds of any of them happening are pretty extraordinary, but do people believe you?
Sometimes they don't, but I just tell them to look it up on the internet because it's on the news now, so.
It is.
When they do, they're all like, wow, that's crazy.
Well, look, Dylan, thank you very much for staying up to talk to us this morning. It is an extraordinary story. I'm delighted that you're still smiling, still very laid back, clearly, and still smiling.
Yeah.
Good to see you, Dylan.
Well, thank you.
Thank you very much.